I'm back for another video. My name is Josh Kasich, and today is my F9 The Fast Saga spoiler review. Now, if you have not seen this movie yet, I don't know why you clicked on this video because it's a spoiler in the title. But if you did, I will count to 10 seconds to enough time for you to leave the video if you still want to watch the film without getting any spoilers. So, 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000. Alright, I gave you enough time to leave the video. If you haven't leave the video, you have been warned, and if you stayed and complain, it's your fault. So, but other than that, without further ado, let's continue with this review. Alright, so essentially the plot, you have Don and his girlfriend, I forgot her name, but and then with his son, kind of living off a farm. Now, his wife isn't the mother of the child. It's actually a different woman that died in the F8 because by a woman named Cypher. Well, the Cypher character, she was captured by Mr. Nobody, who was played by Kurt Russell. Well, his ship was attacked in over a kind of a military area in a different country, and it crash landed. Well, he sent out a distress signal to how do I put this? A distress signal to not his fellow spies and agents, but to the car people, as they called it. So Don's friends showed up to get him. Now, he originally wasn't going to go, but because he wants to live this quiet life with his wife and son, but his wife doesn't want to live this way. This is not her type of thing. So she goes off, but then he looked back at the video that Mr. Nobody saw and saw a cross, which basically you would understand that each sibling in his family has this cross. So his sister had one. Well, guess what? He has a brother, a younger brother as well, who I think is older than the sister. If I based on how the movie I think is or goes about it. So we understand that his brother Jacob, played by John Cena, actually attacked Mr. Nobody's plane, and took Cypher and stuff. So that's kind of what's going on there. So they all go to this military base, and they couldn't find Mr. Nobody, but they were trying to find Mr. Nobody by tracking his signal, but the signal actually led to half of this weaponry MacGuffin, which is like the main plot of the story, is trying to not have his brother get the MacGuffin. Now, his brother is actually working from this rich dude or whatever who has dad issues and stuff like that, but that they have to defeat him. So that's the main plot of it. Now, the MacGuffin is actually split into two parts, and when they're put together, they can only activate by the key. Well, the key is, essentially, it's actually a human. See, this is what brings in Han back into the story. See, Han was tasked on getting this new weapon by these scientists in Japan. Well, he wasn't the only one who was after the thing. So this couple who designed the thing, they're scientists. Well, they also have a daughter. Well, they were going on to see a movie with their daughter or whatever, but their daughter forgot something, went back in the building or their house, and their parents went to the car and exploded, killing them because someone else was also after the weapon. Well, Han was able to actually save the girl from also being killed and get the weapon when those guys came in. And then later, Mr. Nobody helped fake Han's death in Tokyo Drift. That movie, if you guys don't remember that one, because it's not as big as the other ones and wasn't as well liked, but it's still part of the canon, especially this movie makes it so. So, for sure, I think, was it Fast 7 or something like that, or Fast 6? Well, it's been a while, but one of those movies also kind of brought in Tokyo Drift a little bit into the story. So this just, further makes that canon as well as this movie. But yeah, so faked his death so that he could protect the girl better, because obviously people want the girl to unlock the MacGuffin. And why is she the key? Well, her parents, when making the device, they use their DNA as a lock system. So she's the only one who can unlock it because she has the same DNA as her parents, or technically half of each one, but still DNA that would work. So that's essentially what's going on. They had this base that Mr. Nobody had, that they were working at, where Han shows up. Also, his sister does appear in this movie, but which is kind of interesting. I think that's cool that they brought her back, but it's so weird to me that they could bring her back without bringing back Paul Walker's character Brian, because Paul Walker is dead, but apparently they're going to bring him back. Which I don't know how I feel about that after the send-off in the 7th Fast movie. So I'm mixed feelings about that. I don't know. I think it'd be cool and interesting, but it also undermines, that Fast 7. So it's like, but it's already confirmed that he's going to play a more important role. So we'll see what they do with that. I hope they don't replace his actor. I guess, I'm thinking they're still going to probably do CGI like they did, and maybe bring his brother, which is what they did for Fast 7. I assume that's what they're going to do, because I really don't want them to replace the actor. But that's just me. But that's besides the point. So yeah, that's the big MacGuffin of this story. They, obviously eventually Cypher actually manipulates the partner of Jacob into actually, betraying Jacob, which is a big sequence at the end. And, they actually were able to rescue Jacob. Now, the reason why Jacob and Don were so at odds is because Jacob killed their father. And Don thought he did that on purpose, but in reality his father asked him to do it. Basically, there was a race going on, and he asked his son to edit something in the car so that it would explode, and which would kill him. So essentially that's what happens, and Don realizes that at the end, decides, okay, I need to make amends with my brother, and that's kind of what happens. And then his brother went off. He releases, the rich guy does release Cypher, and Cypher was using a drone to come at it. Now we didn't know it was a drone until after, like a little bit at the end of the film, but apparently Don was able to kill the rich guy, and then in the process also destroyed the drone ship, which we found out was a drone because we assumed Cypher died, but then Cypher came out of this pod thing in a hangar, showing that it was a drone, or that she was controlling it. So she's still not dead. She is probably going to be on another movie. I don't know if she's going to be a main villain again. I hope not, because she was the main villain Fast 8. If she becomes the main villain again, it kind of, how I put this, it's like you're just repeating the same thing. She's probably just going to work under something in the next 2 movies, because I think they're only making 2 more movies. I mean, that's what they said, but then again, the films give them a lot of money, so who knows? They could still probably make some more, but we'll see where they actually go with that. So that's kind of the main plot. Also, I forgot, they do bring in these heavy magnets into the story, which create how I say this, plot ridden, because they only magnetize or bring metal towards them that the plot needs to. Nothing else. Like, honestly, the magnets are so powerful that they could bring down an entire metalled building, but they don't. What? It's kind of weird if you ask me. But another big plot point: the weapon only works. The way the MacGuffin works is actually controls the satellite. It connects to a satellite, which then controls the world's weaponry. So they launched a satellite into space, and then they were connecting it to the thing. Well, basically, you have these three guys from Tokyo Drift come in. They built a car with a huge rocket. So two of the fast, I forgot what their names are. You have the bald guy and the I forgot what they're, but the bald guy was introduced in the second movie, I think it was, and I don't remember what the other guys, but they're like really friends because they was like hang out. So I think you'll understand. I can't remember the names off the hands. I'm sorry, but they basically get the Tokyo Drift guys, and they put the car. They connect a bunch of more boosters to the plane, connect to the car, and put it on top of a plane there, and they put on spacesuits and go in the car, and they literally go all the way up to the sky. They launch, activate boosters, and literally go into space. What? They literally go in space, and then they destroy the satellite by ramming into it, but they don't die. Man, this movie went insane. Like, what? How are they going to top that in the next movie? I do not know, but that is insane. And the funny line in the thing that says, it's all physics. I mean, just calculate the numbers. Except for the fact that throughout the entire movie, and not only just this movie, but the several past films, physics was taken out of the equation. Okay, so it's really funny that they acknowledge the fact that they don't care about the physics or anything like that. They totally understand that this is not a serious film, and they embrace it. And that's why I love this film, because it's so fun, okay? It is a lot of fun. I enjoy all these films because they're just a lot of fun. And like I said in the non-spoiler review, the only way to enjoy these films is to think about it as a live-action cartoon. You can't take it seriously. Don't talk about physics, science, or anything of that garbage, because it doesn't matter, okay? It really does in this type of films. Just enjoy it, have fun. It's not about having a good written story, because it definitely isn't. It's just fun, and that's I think is the key takeaway for these movies, is to just have fun. Okay, that's the only way to enjoy these movies. And then now the last thing was that they're all together having a kind of having a food thing, and the sister's there, and they're gonna have his son say grace or whatever. But then Don says, "Hold a minute, we're missing one family member." Then comes in the blue car, and if you understand Fast Furious movies, you know who drives a blue car. That's right, Brian. And now, like I said, I have mixed feelings. But that was actually a very cool thing to end the movie on. I mean, you don't actually see Brian, but you actually see him driving and then go into the driveway. So that was just amazing. That was a really awesome hint / cliffhanger. It was. I think that was really good. But that's kind of the last part, and yeah. So that's pretty much everything. Like I said, I enjoyed this movie. I definitely recommend it if you wanted to have a lot of fun watching a movie. And yeah. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you're new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for my next upload. My YouTube channel website link, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and Instagram are all in the description as always. And thank you. Goodbye.